Mikey died in his sleep. But what happened? What's the story? It was the summer of 2009, and my family and I decided to have a celebration. We watched a few movies, and when they were done, my parents went to bed. It was just Mike and I left alone. I went into the kitchen to do something, and Mike came in to get a drink. And as soon as he entered the room, I got this overwhelming feeling that I had to tell him that I loved him, although I didn't know why. It was a battle in my mind for a few minutes. Do I tell him I love him or don't I? I remember thinking, this moment is passing. And I remember thinking, this moment has passed. Instead, I turned to him and I said, "Hey Mike, when you're done, don't forget to turn off the lights." And I went into my room and I cried and I cried and I cried. I didn't know why I was crying until the next morning. I woke up the next morning to the sound of my dad saying to my mum, "Kath, I'm not joking. Call 999, Mike's dead." It was then that I realised that everything I'd felt the night before was preparing me for this. What kind of a sister was I? I couldn't even tell my brother that I loved him. For months after, I felt so guilty, until I had a dream. I dreamt that I was walking down a road that I walk on every day on the way to school. And Mike was there, at the top of the hill. We were talking for a bit, and then I knew that it was time for him to go. He started walking away, and I called after him and I said, "Hey Mike, I love you." He kept walking away, but then he slowly turned round and he said to me, "Laura, I love you too." And then he turned away and disappeared. I never felt guilty after that. So the message of my story is that whenever you feel like God is telling you to do something, do it, because you have no idea what tomorrow may bring.